CEH practice exam, with key 1. A person who uses hacking skills for defensive purposes is called A hacktivist, B. Gray hat hacker, C. Black hat hacker, D. White hat hacker. Answer, D. 2. What is the preparatory phase of hacking called? A. Scanning, B. Reconnaissance, C. Enumeration, D. Footprinting. Answer, B. 3. Which of the following is a weakness in a system, application, network, or process? A. Threat, B. Exploit, C. Vulnerability, D. Attack. Answer, C. 4. Which of the following refers to an attacker exploiting vulnerabilities before the vendor has a patch or mitigation for them? A. Day 1 attack, B. Zero-day attack, C. Exploit, D. Category I attack. Answer, B. 5. Which of the following refers to an unskilled hacker that uses pre-made scripts and tools to hack into systems? A. Ethical hacker, B. Gray hat, C. Cyber terrorist, D. Script kiddie. Answer, D. 6. Gathering information about a target without direct contact is called? A. Social engineering, B. Passive footprinting, C. Active footprinting, D. Enumeration. Answer, B. 7. All of the following information is typically gathered during the footprinting stage of an attack except A. Log files, B. IP address range, C. Domain names, D. Website names. Answer, A. 8. Determining which hosts on a network are running SMTP services is an example of A. DNS footprinting, B. Email footprinting, C. HOI footprinting, D. Google hacking. Answer, B. 9. Which of the following Google hacking operators will return search query results that contain all of the query terms in the website title? A. In title, B. Site, C. ALN-URL, D. ALN title. Answer, D. 10. All of the following information can be gathered from HOI footprinting except A. Web server vulnerabilities, B. Domain name, C. Registered IP addresses, D. DNS server information. Answer, A. 11. A full TCP scan on a host or network involves A. Setting all TCP flags to on, B. A complete TCP three-way handshake, C. Setting all TCP flags to off, D. Scanning all TCP ports. Answer, B. 12. During a ping sweep, an active host returns what type of response? A. ARP reply, B. ICMP echo request, C. ICMP echo reply, D. Nothing. Answer, C. 13. What type of scan is accomplished by running the command map SS192.168.10.13? A. An ACK scan, B. A SYN scan, C. A ping sweep, D. An Christmas scan. Answer, B. 14. Which TCP flag signifies a complete transmission? A. FIN, B. SYN, C. ACK, D. RST. Answer, A. 15. An Christmas scan consists of which TCP flags set as on? A. FIN, URG, PSH, B. RST, URG, PSH, C. SYN, SYN/ACK, FIN, D. SYN, ACK, RST. Answer, A. 16. Which of the following ports is used by the domain name service? A. 135, B. 53, C. 67, D. 25. Answer, B. 17. Enumerating TCP port 25 can give you information on which of the following services? A. SNMP, B. SMTP, C. LDAP, D. NTP. Answer, B. 18. Which of the following built-in commands can enumerate NetBIOS services on a Windows machine? A. nmap.exe, B. nc.exe, C. netstat.exe, D. ntstat.exe. Answer, D. 19. What is the default read/write community string for SNMP? A. Secret. B. Public. C. Private. D. Password. Answer, C. 20. Which SMTP enumeration command is used to identify the recipients of a message? A. EXPN. B. VRFY. C. RCPT2. D. Hello. Answer, C. 21. Which type of password attack makes use of extensive word lists to hash and run against a captured password hash? A. Character. B. Brute force. C. Rainbow tables. D. Dictionary. Answer, D. 22. Where are password hashes stored on a Windows system? A. /etc/shadow. B. SAM file. C. Passwords file. D. C:/Windows/system32/shadow. Answer, B. 23. Which of the following is a popular password cracking tool for Linux-based systems? A. John the Ripper. B. Cain and Abel. C. KeePass. D. Passcrack. Answer, A. 24. Which of the following types of rootkits work at the core of the operating system? A. Library rootkits. B. Application level rootkit. C. Kernel level rootkit. D. Firmware rootkit. Answer, C. 25. Which file system supports alternate data streams, ADS? A. ext3. B. NTFS. C. FAT. D. HPFS. Answer, B. 26. What kind of communications channel does a Trojan facilitate? A. Open. B. Encrypted. C. Overt. D. Covered. Answer, D. 27. All of the following are symptoms of a Trojan attack except A. Abnormal increase of hard disk activity. B. Abnormal increase in network traffic from host. C. Unexplained pop-up messages. D. Computer shutdown due to overheating. Answer, D. 28. A Trojan is installed on a system by means of A. dropper. B. wrapper. C. macro. D. batch file. Answer, A. 29. Which switch causes the Netcat Trojan to listen on a specific inbound port? A. E. B. L. C. P. D. D. Answer, B. 30. A Trojan uses a victim's host machine to act as an attacker. A. Proxy. B. Botnet. C. Zombie. D. Remote access. Answer, A. 31. A virus composed of a series of otherwise legitimate actions in an application such as Microsoft Word is called A. boot sector virus. B. multipartite virus. C. macro virus. D. file virus. Answer, C. 32. Viruses that change their characteristics and signatures on infection to avoid antivirus detection are called A. encryption viruses. B. polymorphic viruses. C. companion viruses. D. boot sector viruses. Answer, B. 33. Which of the following files could be considered as a save file, rather than a potential file extension virus? A. work.doc.cmd. B. work.exe. C. work.text.vbs. D. work.text. Answer, D. 34. A piece of malware that is able to spread to a variety of hosts across a network, without human intervention, is called A. Trojan. B. spreader virus. C. worm. D. bot. Answer, C. 35. All of the following are characteristics of worms, except A. corrupts executable programs. B. self-replicating. C. does not modify programs. D. easily removed. Answer, A. 36. Which of the following protocols is most vulnerable to sniffing attacks? A. FTP. B. SSH. C. SSL. D. IPsec. Answer, A. 37. Which network device mitigates sniffing attacks? A. repeaters. B. bridges. C. Hubs. D. Switches. Answer, D. 38. All of the following are susceptible to sniffing except A. Plaintext passwords. B. FTP file transfers. C. Encrypted communication sessions. D. Telnet sessions. Answer, C. 39. What mode must a network adapter be placed in to facilitate sniffing attacks? A. Listening mode. B. Promiscuous mode. C. Non-switched mode. D. Active mode. Answer, B. 40. Which of the following is the most effective way to defend against sniffing attacks? A. Two-factor authentication. B. Data compression. C. Complex passwords. D. Encryption. Answer, D. 41. All of the following human traits contribute to the success of social engineering attacks except A. Suspicion. B. Trust. C. Social obligation. D. Ignorance. Answer, A. 42. Which of the following social engineering techniques is used to get an individual's password as it is entered on the keyboard? A. Eavesdropping. B. Dumpster diving. C. Shoulder surfing. D. Tailgating. Answer, C. 43. Which type of computer-based social engineering attack attempts to persuade users to click on links in an email? A. Spam. B. Phishing. C. Pop-ups. D. Fake antivirus. Answer, B. 44. An attack that targets specific individuals in an organization is known as a N_attack. A. Whaling. B. Spear phishing. C. Impersonation. D. Authority. Answer, B. 45. Which is the best type of defense for social engineering attacks? A. Strong passwords. B. Permissions. C. Encryption. D. Education. Answer, D. 46. What type of DOS attack starts the first part of a TCP three-way handshake using a spoofed source IP address, but does not complete the process? A. ICMP flood. B. Christmas attack. C. SYN attack. D. UDP flood. Answer, C. 47. Which protocol is used to perpetrate a ping of death attack? A. UDP. B. ICMP. C. TCP. D. FTP. Answer, B. 48. A large network of compromised hosts, all remotely controlled to attack a victim host or network, is called a botnet. B. honeynet. C. malnet. D. Trojan army. Answer, A. 49. Which of the following tools can be used to conduct a denial of service attack on a host? A. Hoping 3. B. Netcat. C. Nmap. D. Neshes. Answer, A. 50. All of the following are defenses against DOS attacks except A. Packet filtering. B. Dropping HTTP packets at the firewall. C. TCP/IP stack hardening. D. Inline IDS. Answer, B. 51. All of the following items make session hijacking successful except A. Plaintext passwords. B. HTTP referrer. C. Session ID. D. Public keys. Answer, D. 52. Which of the following are needed to successfully break into a TCP communications session? A. Port number. B. Serial number. C. Sequence number. D. Protocol number. Answer, C. 53. What must be done after finding a connection of interest to begin the session hijacking attempt? A. Desynchronizing the connection. B. Decrypting the session. C. Sniffing the connection. D. Flooding the connection. Answer, A. 54. Which of the following attempts to take over the session a client establishes with a web server? A. TCP hijacking. B. Cross-site scripting. C. Spoofing. D. Flooding. Answer, B. 55. Which type of session hijacking attack requires that the attacker's transmission follow a specific network or internet path? A. Source routing. B. Reverse routing. C. IP spoofing. D. Sequence prediction. Answer, A. 56. All of the following are web server attack vectors except A. Faulty directory permissions, B. Plaintext passwords, C. Encrypted password hashes, D. Unpatched server software. Answer, C. 57. Which of the following is an example of a web server configuration issue that an attacker may exploit? A. Default user passwords, B. Expired SSL certificates, C. Use of older, less secure browsers, D. Use of non-standard ports. Answer, A. 58. Which attack allows the attacker to view files outside the web server root directory? A. Session hijacking attack, B. Privilege escalation attack, C. Default shares attack, D. Directory traversal attack. Answer, D. 59. Which attack allows an attacker to intercept communications between a client and web server? A. TCP/IP hijacking attack, B. Man-in-the-middle attack, C. Birthday paradox attack, D. Sniffing attack. Answer, B. 60. An attack where malicious HTML tags or scripts are injected into a victim website is called A. Session hijacking attack, B. Cross-site request forgery attack, C. Cross-site scripting attack, D. SQL injection attack. Answer, C. 61. An attacker can alter a cookie to thwart A. Integrity, B. Non-repudiation, C. Encryption, D. Authentication. Answer, D. 62. Entering data into a web form that the form was not designed to handle is an example of A. Parameter manipulation, B. Unvalidated input, C. XML injection, D. SQL injection. Answer, B. 63. An attack that allows database commands to be appended to invalid form input is known as A. Cross-site request forgery, B. Parameter tampering, C. SQL injection, D. XML injection. Answer, C. 64. Which type of attack takes advantage of a web application not properly programmed to manage memory or data storage? A. XML injection attack, B. Buffer overflow attack, C. Cross-site scripting attack, D. Command injection attack. Answer, B. 65. All of the following could result from improper error handling in a web application except A. Denial of service, B. Command shell, C. Memory errors, D. Weak passwords. Answer, D. 66. Which SQL command is used to determine which records to retrieve from a database table? A. Update, B. Select, C. Insert, D. Delete. Answer, B. 67. In which type of SQL injection attack are the results of the command string entered not visible to the attacker? A. Blind SQL injection, B. Hidden SQL injection, C. False SQL injection, D. Simple SQL injection. Answer, A. 68. Which text can be appended to an SQL command to generate an error or get access to an entire database table? A. Hashtag equals 1, B. Or 1 equals 1, C. $shell, D. equals. Answer, B. 69. Which of the following RDBMS applications are vulnerable to SQL injection? A. Oracle, B. Microsoft SQL Server, C. Postgres, D. All of the above. Answer, D. 70. Which of the following is the best mitigation for SQL injection attacks? A. Input validation, B. Encryption, C. Complex passwords, D. File permissions. Answer, A. 71. WEP is a vulnerable wireless protocol due to all of the following except A. Small fore size, B. Use of AES, C. Use of RC4, D. Repeating keys. Answer, B. 72. Which of the following wireless security protocols use AES? A. OpenWEP, B. WPA, C. WPA2, D. Shared WEP. Answer, C. 73 Which of the following commands will place a wireless network card into monitor mode? A. Aerodump ng mon 0. B. Airman ng start ulan 0. C. Airplay mon 0. D. Airman ng start mon 0. Answer, B. 74 What must be captured during a wireless attack on WPA/WPA2? A. Four-way handshake. B. Three-way handshake. C. 802.1x key. D. WEP key. Answer, A. 75 Which command or program is used to perform a dictionary attack on a WPA/WPA2 capture file to obtain the key? A. Aircrack ng. B. Airplay ng. C. Netcat. D. Jack the Ripper. Answer, A. 76 Which of the following terms applies to a mobile device that has been rendered inoperable due to attempts to hack it? A. Rooting. B. Bricking. C. Jailbreaking. D. Sandboxing. Answer, B. 77 A secure environment in which mobile applications run is called A _. A. Crowded jail. B. Sandbox. C. Firewall. D. Clean room. Answer, B. 78 The Android mobile operating system is based upon _ A. BSD. B. Mac OS. C. Windows. D. Linux. Answer, D. 79 Which of the following are programs designed to root an Android device? A. Cydia. B. ZMO. C. Super One-a-Click. D. Redson 0W. Answer, C. ADA, N, _ can be used by security professionals and hackers to test exploits against mobile devices. A. Simulator. B. Sandbox. C. Emulator. D. Virtual device. Answer, C. 81 Which of the following is the most effective scanning technique used to detect firewalls on a network? A. Full TCP connect scan. B. SYN scan. C. ICMP scan. D. ACK scan. Answer, D. 82 What scanning technique is useful for avoiding IDS detection? A. TCP scan. B. Stealth scan. C. Ping sweep. D. Christmas scan. Answer, B. 83 Which of the following can make it difficult for an IDS to read the traffic from an attacker? A. Encryption. B. Spoofing. C. Tunneling. D. Flooding. Answer, A. 84 What type of device emulates other operating systems on a network? A. Scanner. B. Sniffer. C. Honeypot. D. Spammer. Answer, C. 85 Which common protocol is often used to tunnel malicious traffic through, as it is frequently not blocked through firewalls? A. Telnet. B. HTTP. C. FTP. D. ICMP. Answer, B. 86 Which attack takes advantage of small allocation areas for memory space and strings in a program? A. XML injection. B. Command injection. C. SQL injection. D. Buffer overflow attack. Answer, D. 87 Which of the following programming languages is popular in developing buffer overflow programs? A. SQL. B. Shell scripts. C. Perl. D. C++. Answer, D. 88 A popular compiler on the Linux platform, used to help create buffer overflow programs, is A. GCC. B. GDD. C. Netcat. D. Vim. Answer, A. 89 A buffer set to hold 25 characters will overflow when the number of characters entered into it is A. Validated. B. Exceeded. C. Reduced. D. Converted. Answer, B. 90 Which of the following will reduce the number of buffer overflow conditions? A. Bounds checking. B. Input validation. C. Expanding buffer sizes. D. Reducing buffer sizes. Answer, A. 91 Which of the following is generally considered to be public knowledge, instead of confidential? A. Private key. B. Password. C. Algorithm. D. Symmetric key. Answer, C. 92. Which of the following are hashing algorithms? A. AES. B. SHA-256. C. 3DA. D. RC4. Answer, B. 93. Which of the following algorithms is used to generate a private/public key pair? A. TechPh. B. AES. C. RC4. D. RSA. Answer, D. 94. If Bobby sends Tim a message encrypted with Tim's public key, which key is required to decrypt it? A. Bobby's public key. B. Bobby's private key. C. Tim's private key. D. Tim's public key. Answer, C. 95. Which cryptography attack requires the attacker to have a confirmed piece of plain text, and its corresponding ciphertext, in order to derive the key? A. Known plain text attack. B. Chosen plain text attack. C. Known ciphertext attack. D. Chosen ciphertext attack. Answer, A. 96. Which type of penetration test is completely blind in terms of organizational and infrastructure knowledge possessed by the tester? A. Black box test. B. Gray box test. C. External test. D. White box test. Answer, A. 97. Which type of test actually exploits weaknesses found in a system? A. White box test. B. Black box test. C. Vulnerability assessment. D. Penetration test. Answer, D. 98. What is the most critical element in the planning phase of a penetration test? A. Scope and schedule. B. Permission to test from the system owner. C. Personnel assignments. D. Equipment list. Answer, C. 99. A penetration test specifically targeted at one part of the infrastructure is considered A. White box assessment. B. Limited scope assessment. C. Vulnerability assessment. D. Security audit. Answer, B. 100. Which of the following should be included in the final penetration testing report? A. Blame. B. Offers of additional services. C. Criticisms of personnel. D. Mitigations. Answer, D. 101. Which of the following ports are used by FTP? A. 21. B. 23. C. 22. D. 53. Answer, A. 102. All of the following are considered clear text protocols except A. Telnet. B. FTP. C. SSH. D. HTTP. Answer, C. 103. Which port is used when a hacker uses the Telnet protocol to communicate with a mail server to enumerate it? A. 23. B. 25. C. 129. D. 22. Answer, B. 104. During a port scan, Nmap discovers that port 1433 is open on a host. Which service listens on port 1433? A. SSL. B. MS SQL Server. C. NTP. D. POP3. Answer, B. 105. If port 111 is identified on a host during a port scan, which operating system is likely to be running on the host? A. Mac OS. B. Windows 7. C. Windows XP. D. Unix. Answer, D. 106. Which of the following is a popular web application vulnerability scanner? A. Metasploit. B. Nmap. C. Acontix. D. NetTools Pro. Answer, C. 107. Which command can be used to compile a buffer overflow program? A. GCC buffer_overflow.c buff_overflow. B. GCC buffer_overflow.co buff_overflow. C. GCC buffer_overflow.text o buff_overflow.c. D. GCC buffer_overflow buff_overflow. Answer, B. 108 Which command in Windows can be used to insert a file into another via NTFS streams? A. Type. B. Cat. C. GCC. D. Start. Answer, A. 109 Which of the following commands starts a netcat listener? A. NCLVP 3333. B. NC 192.168.163.129 3333. C. NCLVP 192.168.163.129. D. NCE command EXE 3333. Answer, A. 110 Which of the following programs is used to detect NTFS alternate data streams, ads? A. Netcat. B. LADS. C. Steg detect. D. Type. Answer, B. 111 Which of the following is a popular password cracking tool for Windows? A. Netcat. B. Jack the Ripper. C. Cain and Abel. D. Neshes. Answer, C. 112 All of the following are considered to be popular Trojan horse programs except A. Cryptomatic. B. Back Orifice. C. Metasploit. D. Netbus. Answer, C. 113 Using which of the following password cracking techniques risks locking an account? A. Online attack. B. Offline attack. C. Brute force attack. D. Rainbow tables attack. Answer, A. 114 Which switch enables NMAP to perform OS fingerprinting? A. SP. B. A. C. ST. D. U. Answer, B. 115 Which tool enables a hacker to actually exploit vulnerabilities found on a host? A. Metasploit. B. NMAP. C. Neshes. D. Netcat. Answer, A. 116 Where are user accounts stored on a Linux host? A. /etc/sam. B. /etc/shadow. C. /etc/password. D. /etc/password. Answer, C. 117 Which secure protocol uses TCP port 443? A. SSL. B. SSH. C. IPsec. D. SFTP. Answer, A. 118 Which of the following is true regarding physical system access? A. Most operational procedures prevent physical system access. B. Physical access can be used to break encryption keys. C. Session encryption may prevent physical access. D. Firewalls and other security devices may be bypassed. Answer, D. 119 Hackers may try to cover tracks by deleting underscore. A. User accounts. B. Audit logs. C. Encryption keys. D. Shared data. Answer, B. 120 How many characters are in a MD5 hash? A. 160. B. 128. C. 32. D. 16. Answer, C. 121 Which type of device plugs into a port on a host to capture information? A. IDS. B. Keystroke logger. C. Sniffer. D. Proxy. Answer, B. 122 Which of the following can be used to steal password hashes from a Windows machine? A. Pudump. B. NMAP. C. Neshes. D. Acontix. Answer, A. 123 Which security identifier, SID, suffix identifies the true administrator account on a Windows host, even if it has been renamed? A. 1000. B. 500. C. 501. D. 0. Answer, B. 124 After obtaining user-level access to a host, what is the next most likely step for a hacker? A. Scanning. B. Footprinting. C. Covering tracks. D. Escalation of privileges. Answer, D. 125 Which type of configuration issue is most easily exploitable by a hacker? A. Restrictive directory permissions. B. Use of AES encryption. C. Default passwords. D. Disabling file and print sharing. Answer, C.